Hey, what's good, Power People? This is the Power Living with Purpose podcast with David C. Henderson, and this is the Health and Fitness Tip of the Week. All right, this week's tip is sponsored by Central Alabama Health and Fitness Services, which was formerly known as Time for a Change Fitness. The website is www.americanhealthfit.com/334. That's americanhealthfit.com/334. And the title of this week's tip is Monkeypox and COVID versus Your Immune System, Part 2. All right, so last week I talked about the statistics that showed the strong correlation of being healthy to surviving COVID, in addition to being vaccinated, and whether or not the new monkeypox epidemic is going to probably go along the same lines or not. And although monkeypox has been around for about 50 years, it has never spread worldwide before like it's doing now. So just like it was at the beginning of COVID, with new information that's coming out every day, is basically just something that we all need to stay aware of. And please, ladies and gentlemen, get your information mostly from reading online for yourself. Google, is this? Siri, is this? And then read. And then local or national news, not just opinion-based cable news channels or social media channels, TikToks and all that, especially if they're not citing credible professional sources. For example, if you watch entertainment-based news stations like Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, Newsmax, you already know it's going to be a lot of people with a lot of opinions on different panels, commentary, instead of just plain old-fashioned news. However, if you get your news from the national stations or like ABC, CBS, NBC, PBS, NPR, and especially the local affiliates of those, you'll get little to no additional commentary, just facts and reporting. You can even tell when you watch local news that even when it looks like they want to say something that they're reporting, make a comment about something they're reporting on, they don't. They might make a little gesture, or whew, but they are not going to give you a rant or their personal opinions because they know they can be replaced in a heartbeat at the local station. Therefore, the most factual, non-opinion based news is local news and then national, but never cable news because it's mostly about entertainment. And you can always trust what you read online for yourself versus what you hear, because anybody wants to just talk and be opinionated on TV or social media, but the people that write the articles actually take more time and get deeper into the facts. Okay, so most importantly, like for example, I told people during COVID, look, if you haven't taken 30 minutes to an hour to just sit and read the most relevant information every month, you were not updated. You just went off of what everybody else was saying. So most importantly, remember at the end of the day, the number one factor for you to survive any illness, let alone a public health outbreak, is your immune system, which is based on your overall health, which is based on what you eat or don't eat, drink or don't drink, and the exercise you either do or don't do. Now, in terms of the most recent details on monkeypox, it seems that it is not as transmissible as COVID, which was spread through mostly by a cough, close conversation, or close physical contact, even if it was brief. Rather, with monkeypox, they believe it's less transmissible because the bumps and the lesions that come on the skin need to actually come into contact with you in order for you to be infected, or you have to have real close contact with them or surfaces they touch for an extended period of time. However, they're still not quite sure if it can be spread by asymptomatic people, like where they've infected, but it's not quite showing yet. As we all know, that was the primary factor that made COVID so deadly, because asymptomatic people could get it, spread it, they survive. Meanwhile, the person they infected die from it, or get really sick. Also, although the large majority of cases of monkeypox worldwide right now seem to be among homosexual men who have close intimate contact with other men, monkeypox is not a sexually transmitted disease. It's not a STD. It is a skin disease and spread mostly by physical contact. As a result, it would still be the best idea to keep your hands sanitized when you're shopping, pumping gas. I personally keep paper towels, and I use a paper towel to wrap around it, or use gloves. And you can also consider wearing long sleeves when possible to keep your skin from being exposed when you're in public around a lot of people. If you have, shirts with light material, because you don't want to get too hot in the summer. In terms of but that'll be very helpful in the winter. In terms of vaccination, it appears that the same vaccine for smallpox also works for monkeypox. The vaccine for smallpox was developed over 200 years ago, and it's been continually improved little by little over the years. So there should be no skepticism among any anti-vaxxers about a smallpox vaccine that's been out for 200 years. All right, and billions of people have taken it. Now, the modern version of the smallpox vaccine is called Jynneos, which is spelled Jynneos, and there's also a second one developed named ACAM 2000. Initially, vaccination is being recommended in the areas where there are heavy outbreaks, but you can still check with your doctor to find out if they are recommending that you get it. However, beware of the fact that some doctors have shown over the last 2-3 years that they let their political affiliations influence their medical advice and decisions, which is completely insane. So hopefully your doctor is not a political nut, a political radical who is going along with their party politics instead of over good, sound medical information. But like I said before, the main factor to evaluate your health is not just whether you're overweight or not, but it's based on what you're putting in your body or not putting in your body. And are you avoiding the things that have been statistically proven to destroy your health over time and cut decades off of your life? Those are smoking, tobacco, large daily or weekly consumption of liquor or beer. Wine in moderation is not necessarily as harmful. And daily or regular consumption of junk food, sweets, soda, fast food, and fried food. And of course, not exercising to the point of sweat, soreness, or a significant physical challenge on a regular basis. So, like I said before, no challenge, no change. If your exercise is not intense enough to where it's a challenge, it's probably not that effective. Okay, so it's slightly effective, not very effective. So please avoid the things that destroy your immune system. It's not a laughing matter. The Coca-Cola and the sweets and all this stuff is not a laughing matter. It can kill you. And stay safe out there from monkeypox by keeping your hands clean, still social distancing when possible, and from COVID by considering wearing a mask in public indoor places until the numbers go down. Well, as always, have a safe, healthy, and blessed week. Stay powerful, my friends.